Oh, nice. Okay. Maybe I wasn't ready.
Well,
um, well, Scotty, I wrote down like I I don't know. I don't know what our second thing we want our second thing to be. I think we should maybe we could like open it up with just talking about what's going on right now and like Andrew mentioned some of the hockey standings. Not getting into any big detail about it. Our big topic will be Matt Stafford.
hey, your Minnesota Wild are 4-1 right now.
Hey, they are.
They
I
have
know.
they have 8 points. They're tied for with the Golden Knights. So that's pretty good considering they were like 23rd in the power rankings coming into the season.
Andrew's power rankings. Yeah, I don't think that they're supposed to be very good this year. But I've been following them. I've already watched three of their games, which is more regular season hockey games than I've watched all last season.
I did
So,
watch a
Say,
lot of Pens games last season, but
hmm,
that was I don't know. They have a pretty fun team, so
yeah,
it's exciting
being on
to
the West
watch.
they
Coast
used to.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, being
used
on the
to.
West Coast now, I'll have the opportunity to watch a lot more. I think since their games will be in prime time, they're playing in the Pacific Division,
Yeah.
the West Division. So,
You have the West Coast, maybe the Mountain is the best sports environment as a fan. Like it's the best time zone to be a sports fan because you can watch all the games, like all like Saturdays on college football Saturdays, you could literally when you wake up at like 9 o'clock, the games are starting and all your primetime games are some of those cool Pac-12 games that like will end like 54-45, like you have your USC and UCLA, you get to watch those. Meanwhile, the only way you're watching those on the East Coast is if you're like really, really, really drunk on a Saturday night and there's nothing else on TV. You know?
And
you're right,
all
Scotty.
the
I can't wait to watch Fresno State versus Utah. It's like,
Hey, you know
whoa.
what? You're gonna love those games. You're gonna love them.
No, it's more about all the 8 o'clock Eastern games or just 5 o'clock for you. You still have the whole night ahead of you. You can just get
That's what's
slammed.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the Monday night football games that don't end till like midnight. Like you're hey,
Yeah.
you're good to go.
We'll take today. I mean, today the NFC Championships at noon, and then the other one's at 3:40 or whatever. So I'll be done by 7 o'clock. Now, however, I'm keeping on East Coast time with work, so
Ooh.
I'm trying to anyway. So like getting up at 6, working by 6:30 or 7. So like you go to bed like 10 o'clock is really late,
Yeah,
you know.
that makes
But
sense.
anyway,
Everyone wants to hear about the West Coast time zone sports topic.
who's
That's
talking about it, Scotty? We need a lane. We got to choose a. We got to find our lane, buddy. We're talking time zones today.
hey, time zones
Amen.
are important. In a world without time zones, that's a pretty messed up world.
Is it? I think we could abolish time zones completely.
Well, you
Be
only need
fine.
one. You have to have one.
Yeah, you have to
Gotta
have
have
one,
one.
but like it could just be a master time zone. That's it. That's all you need.
But
I
everyone's
mean,
schedules will be way off, Like you'll be instead of working 9 to 5, you're working like I don't know, 11 p.m. to you know, I don't know, what's 8 hours from that?
7 a.m.
Who
Yeah, like
cares?
7 a.m. But
If
it'll
you
be
think
daylight.
Yeah, that's fine. Who cares?
time is an abstract concept anyway. I mean,
The
Can
only
we
way
at
that I would,
least can we at least abolish daylight savings time? That would
yeah,
be great.
that I'm all for that.
I mean,
It's good.
if you're gonna abolish that, just get rid of the time zones like we're talking about.
That's
Who
what I'm
cares?
saying. Who cares?
All right, we can get rid of time zones so as long as everyone uses military time
Yeah.
and there's no
But that
AM or
makes
PM.
that makes no difference really. That's just
It
a
makes a huge
semantics thing.
difference. AM and PM, that'll
It,
mess up your
may,
whole
it
mind.
makes no difference, Scotty.
It makes a difference.
No, it
Because
It
you're like,
doesn't.
makes
oh,
zero
11 a.m.
difference.
There is a huge difference between 11 a.m. and 11 p.m., right? But
Yeah.
if we're not going by based on the sunlight anymore, There's no AM and PM, so you can't use that anymore
Sure, there
because
is. There's
someone's
just the
11
second half
a.m.
of the day, and there's the first half of the day. It's a naming convention.
There's the light time and the dark time. That's all
But
you got.
you're drawing the halves by light and dark. But if you're gonna get away from time zones, then there's gonna be a whole part of the whole world that is completely whipper-jawed for. You know?
Well,
I
there's
completely
already a
disagree.
whole part of the whole world which is on another date.
I couldn't disagree more with you, Scotty. As long as you have one time zone separating yesterday from today, everything else is just everybody's on the same time.
But you're making it so more.
They're not determining it by light and day. They're just
But you're
first half,
making it
second half.
so more confusing to do that, though. It's so more
Not that much
confusing to
more
go there.
confusing.
It's way more for the little effort of just having everyone be able to count to 24.
You're
That's
so
like
lazy. You just don't want to put your AM next to your 7. I mean, what is that? Why are you so lazy?
It's not lazy. Why are you so
It
lazy?
is.
You can't
It's
count. You can't count past 12. You can't go 1300. You can't do that. That's too much. You got to go back to 1 p.m. Dumb. That's
all
real
I'm
dumb.
saying is we get rid of time zones, and what? All of a sudden, you see a PM next to your 10, and all of a sudden, you have no idea what's going on. Everybody's gonna know what that is.
PM. What? What does PM even mean?
First half, second half.
Half of what? There's your
The day.
The day needs to be divided by sunlight, like the daylight day and the
It does
nighttime bit,
not
like
need
the
to be,
nighttime
and
part of
in
the day.
fact, it can't be determined by sunlight. That's what we're talking about. If we got rid of time zones, we are literally
That's my
saying we are
point.
no longer
Right.
talking over me.
So using AM and
Terrible
PM,
audio.
you're really stupid.
Let's
Is this
talk
how
about
this whole thing's
sports.
gonna
You
go?
both are really
You can't
stupid.
talk over me, man. I mean, you know,
If we
I'm really stupid.
if we can't even
Mature argument. You're
if we
really
can't,
stupid, man.
I'm just saying if you can't even see how that makes sense, does any of your other opinions make sense?
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying it doesn't matter. It's
Oh, it
all
matters.
arbitrary. It's
It
a naming
matters.
convention. You're talking over me. All right. So if you've listened this far, you must, for some reason, like what you've heard. So, given that, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at ObsessionCast for all future episode updates and whatever else we might post, sports related or otherwise. Thanks for watching.